out there in the interwebs, this is Ed with my as promised vlog about The Dark Knight Rises. Just got home from watching it. I was so excited to go see it. It's like 3-something in the morning. We went to the midnight screening. I really enjoyed this film. Before we go any further, let me say that this vlog is going to have spoilers in it. I'm telling you right now, if you don't want the movie ruined, you don't want to know about what's going on, stop watching right now. I'm giving you a 3 count to stop the video. 3, 2, 1. Alright, here we go. So, we start the movie with Harvey Dent's funeral. I'm not going to go through the whole movie, but they did some things in there. They rewrote Bane's origins a little bit. He's now a member of the League of Shadows, and he's far more pimp than he ever really was in the comic book, because he was just kind of like a weird luchador on Venom back in the comics, but now he's like really, kind of like a really, really pimp version, almost like a Ra's al Ghul version of Bane. Ra's al Ghul comes back, but only in like a hallucination when, of course, this movie kind of sort of follows the Broken Bat storyline. If you're familiar with the comics, Batman gets his back broken, but somehow he ends up in the prison where Bane was born and then escaped from. Marion Cotillard is in this film. You'll see her a lot. Big spoiler here, she ends up being Talia al Ghul. I had it figured out about 10 minutes before they actually revealed that she's Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter, and so this whole movie is kind of revolving around the original film that the League of Shadows, which is really the League of Shadows, but in the movie they call it the League of Assassins. Or no, it's the League of Assassins in reality, in the comics. In the book they call it the League of Shadows. They're trying to destroy Gotham. Again, because apparently that's all these people ever want to do is just destroy Gotham. However, at the end there's a kind of little wink at, and they've hinted online that there will be a Justice League of America movie, and they introduce Robin, but they completely rewrite his origin. And at the end of the movie, it's kind of a, you know, Bruce Wayne is quote unquote dead at the end of this film, but then you know, they do this montage sequence where you actually see that no, he's not dead. He's like in Italy with Catwoman. Speaking of Catwoman, was not overly thrilled with Anne Hathaway, though. As I said in a previous vlog, I was sure she was going to do a better job than Michelle Pfeiffer or Halle Berry. She didn't disappoint in that respect. Very amoral character. That's basically what Catwoman is. She's not necessarily a villain. She's just motivated by greed. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? The fight scenes were a little bit of a letdown between Batman and Bane, because there's just real constrained areas they're fighting in. The first time they fight, they're like on a catwalk, so it's not a great fight. The second time they fight, they're in a crowd of people, so again, it's not a great fight. This is more, I want to say, Gotham's story than Batman's story, because you really don't get the cape and the cowl that much in this one. Obviously, it's like a 2.5-hour movie, somewhere around there, and you get maybe 25-30 minutes of the Bat. You know, like where's the ears? Come on, I want to see some Batman. So not a whole lot of Batman in this one. A lot more Bruce Wayne. A whole lot of interaction between Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle, and then there's the interactions between Batman and Catwoman. I don't think you ever see Batman and Selina Kyle in the same scene, nor do I think you see Catwoman and Bruce Wayne in the same scene. I don't remember them ever doing that. But at the end, there's this really great reveal, which I'm not sure why Nolan decided to do it, where Jim Gordon is telling Batman who's about to take this bomb, because there's this bomb, Gotham City. This also kind of follows the No Man's Land storyline a little bit, in as much as Gotham is a state unto itself at this point. So yeah, the Nolan brothers, they have a real good way of going into the comics and then taking bits and pieces of what is great about the comics that they like and adding it into their movies. But you know, in Batman Begins, what's her name says to Batman, who are you? And he says, it's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me. Well, in this one, at the end, you know, Jim Gordon is asking Batman, don't the people of Gotham need to know, don't they deserve to know who their hero was? And he said, and Batman responds with something to the effect of, everyone's a hero is everyone, or everyone's a hero, or anyone can be a hero. And even if it's something as simple as putting a jacket over a boy's shoulders and letting him know that it's not the end of the world. And then they cut to this flashback of the first one where Jim Gordon, as a, you know, lieutenant or sergeant, puts the jacket over young Bruce Wayne's shoulders, and it dawns on Commissioner Gordon, that, oh my God, Bruce Wayne is in fact Batman. Great. I love the movie. I mean, there were moments like that that were very emotional, like if you're emotionally invested in the Batman franchise like I am, because I read the comics, I love Batman, got the Batman tattoo on the shoulder, fucking absolutely in love with Batman, and the principle of Batman has always been the same thing, and it's that one man can make a difference. There are cameos by the guy who plays Jonathan Crane, Scarecrow, except he's not Scarecrow this time. Now he's some kind of twisted judge in Bane's weird court thing that they have going on, because Bane basically takes over Gotham City. There's this great scene, and you've already seen it in the trailer, where the football field blows up behind the football player Hines Ward. I'm a huge Steelers fan because I'm being from Pittsburgh, and if you watch closely, you're going to see a bunch of Pittsburgh Steelers. Bill Cowher's in there, Ben Roethlisberger's in there, James Harrison is in there. You just got to watch, and you'll see him. I didn't see Troy Polamalu, which surprised me. Maybe he's too recognizable. Maybe he wasn't available that day, because in the movie, they're playing a football game, and Bane blows it up, and it actually is Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh Steelers fans, watch. You'll see Coach Cowher in there. I didn't see Mike Tomlin. That was weird. I know he was on set that day because I saw pictures from the press thing where he was on set. So there you have it. That's my opinion on The Dark Knight Rises. I loved that movie. I would gladly go see it again in a theater. I would like to see it in 3D. That'd be pretty fucking kick-ass, I think, to watch it in 3D. But I'm not sure that movie really lends itself to 3D. Not in as much as the new Spider-Man did. The new Spider-Man is just made to be watched in 3D. There's a lot of glory shots of Spider-Man swinging around doing his thing. But we're not talking about Spider-Man. I want to see that too. Wasn't nearly as impressed by Spider-Man as I was by The Dark Knight Rises. I'm sure I've ruined this movie for some people. You get a lot of, not really good shots, but there's a lot of shots of Anne Hathaway in the Catwoman suit on the Bat Pod riding around. And it's not the good butt shots you'd see like in Underworld, where they're always like focusing on, what's her name's ass all the time. The girl who plays Selene, it won't come to me right now. She's, always in that wet leather bodysuit, and Catwoman's got her fucking cat suit on, but it's not like form-fitting. So nothing really to get excited about, and like I think Kevin Smith had said it, you're like, she doesn't have the ears, and then she flips the little thing up and there's the ears. So yeah, it's Catwoman. It's not the Catwoman I know from the comic book. She's not the same Catwoman, so it's similar but yeah, different. So if you're a huge fan of the comics like I am, you like to read the Batman comics, and you know who Selena Kyle is in the comics, and then you watch her in this movie, you're going to be a little disappointed because you're like, that's not really Catwoman, because Catwoman's not like that, but in some ways she is. And then again, like it's really more of a story about Bruce Wayne's journey back to becoming Batman after Bane breaks his back. So the story very much relies heavily on the Nightfall Part 1 storyline, Broken Bat from DC Comics. Not much more I have to say about it right now. I'm sure other stuff will come to me as I'm thinking about it, as I'm playing video games later or something. I'll be like, oh man, I should have said this in the vlog. Maybe I'll do a Dark Knight Rises Part 2. But really awesome movie. I really, really enjoyed it. I highly recommend anybody who liked the other two movies. I'm going to go on record as saying I thought that The Dark Knight is the best of the trilogy. I really enjoyed that one the most. I think that, not because of Heath Ledger's Joker, just because of the storylines that it balanced. The Long Halloween, it took from that. It took from Year One, and a couple others that just won't come to me right now. But if you liked Batman Begins, then you'll like The Dark Knight Rises. If you loved The Dark Knight, which everybody seems to have loved The Dark Knight, then you'll at least enjoy The Dark Knight Rises. There were a few slow spots in there. Otherwise, I thought it was a really great movie. I'm sorry if I ruined it for some people. Marion Cotillard being Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter. Bane's history being, I got a sick cat over there. She just has allergies. Bane no longer, he doesn't have the big tubes coming out of him. Or the weird, you've seen the mask Tom Hardy wears, but it's not the same one. Anyways, you guys take it easy, have fun, go see The Dark Knight Rises. I loved the movie, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. This is Ed, take care, have a good night.